So here are some more of these smaller termite mounds. This is what they use to climb up on there on both sides of the vehicle.
Look at this termite mound.
Coming up on the right-hand side of the vehicle, there are Wet'suwet'en cattle. They're also called Ankole cattle, but those horns right there look huge right now, but they can actually reach 6 feet in length, so I think those look small to them. What's cool about them is that there's a honeycomb effect inside that allows the blood to flow up to the top and cool down when they're in the shade. It regulates their temperature much quicker. And then if you look in the back, you can see these gray animals with these little horns. Those are white-bearded wildebeest. 1.5 million of them migrate each and every year. Coming up on the hill to the right are these little guys. Those are the Tommies or the Thompson gazelles. They love to climb on those termite mounds. They look like they're babies, but they're not. They are fully grown at 60 pounds apiece. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but over here on the left is a reticulated giraffe eating from the trees. Reticulated giraffes come from the Latin word reticulata, which means net. You can look at the white stripes that are between the print, and that looks like a net, so that's where they get their name from. At birth, they can weigh, haha, that's funny. At birth, they can have a height about 6 feet tall, but grow up to 20 feet tall. That's why they love to eat underneath the trees. Heading towards Monkey Point, over.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on its own. We can't find the mother. I'm afraid poachers may be in the reserve.
Well, let's hope there's no poachers, Wilson. Well, I'll keep our eyes out for you. If you guys see any activity over here on the left-hand side, it might be because of mandrills, because we are at Monkey Point. I did spend 4 days here with Wilson, and I barely saw one. But if you look just in the back, you can see a little blotch of color. That is a mandrill monkey. They're so hard to see. But mandrill monkeys are the most colorful monkeys in the world, and the tallest in Africa. Oh, Timbali Radio. And, well, we can't turn that way. There's a road closed. And an elephant. And no road. So that could be a slight problem. Let's wing it. We'll just keep going this way. Lovely. Another old bridge. We're going to shut this off. And we're going to go rather slow because, you know, it's nothing like an old bridge with a little bit of rope and a little bit of rust holding it together. Let's cross our fingers to be safe.
It's an old bridge.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Who didn't cross their fingers? That's not funny. That scared me. All right, let's get out of here. I'm so tired of these bridges. Red clay pits, right? Red clay pits. So I'm going to assume this was the shortcut. I really wish Wilson would have told us that that bridge was going to feel like it's going to collapse. But if you look, you can see the tusk marks of the African red clay pits from the elephants. It's wonderful to know because they eat 300 pounds of food a day and don't always get the minerals they need. So in order to get those minerals, they do eat the clay. It's not good for us, so don't try eating it, but it's there. You can see this elephant has a lot of dirt on its back. Lovely sign because their skin is super sensitive. It looks rough and looks like it could be tough, but it's sensitive. So in order to protect themselves from the sun, they use dirt. There's a study going on. We got some researchers out throughout the reserve. They're studying the sounds elephants make. So in order to protect them, we are looking at the sounds and hoping that nothing bad will go wrong once we can kind of comprehend what they're talking. Oh, there's a baby! So both male and female elephants do hold tusks. It's hard to determine which is which. So forgive me if I say he or she. I'm just kind of guessing. Got a 50-50 shot at it. If an elephant's flapping its ears, it's not going to fly away like in the movies. It's just cooling itself down. They got blood vessels that go to the tips of their ears and allow themselves to cool down. It's a huge fan for them. A baby elephant can stay with its mom for about 16 years. The only thing that I'll do that with parents and staying with them are humans. I guess we have this thing about staying with our parents. We just love them all so much. I'm trying to figure out what these birds are doing here on the left, but they're greater flamingos. I never know what they're doing. Wilson and I were trying to figure it out. We just couldn't. They're born gray, but turn pink because of all the keratin in the shrimp that they eat. That's what makes them pink. It's also what makes their fingernails pink. I asked Wilson if I ate enough shrimp, would I be able to turn pink? He laughed at me and told me I might get rather sick. So there's a success story here in Africa, and they are called the white rhinos. At one point, they're almost poached completely to extinction, but thanks to reserves like the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, they were able to be saved and brought back. I don't see any at the moment. We're going to have to keep our eyes open, but we can see some addicts, and there's 5 of them right there, which means that's 1% of the population. 500 of them are only left in the world. Kind of crazy. Because their horns are rather cool. I like them because of that reason, actually. They spiral upwards and can reach 3 feet in height. Length. Or height from the head up. Where are the white rhinos? They were just here a couple days ago.
Simba 1, I see you at the junction. I suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
Roger that, Wilson. I'm not sure what's west. I've never been that way, so we'll make it up. I like detours. I think they're rather fun. And bumps. We're coming up to some cheetahs here up on the left. Cheetahs are the fastest cat on land. They can sprint up to 70 miles an hour, but only for short distances. They do get rather tired, which is understandable because if we ran up to 70 miles an hour, we get tired too. What's cool and a good fact about them is that they are not nocturnal, which means they only hunt during the day because their sense of sight is not as strong. They could if they wanted to, but I don't know how safe it would be. Wilson told us to head west, so this is what we're doing, and we've arrived at Okopi. It's the highest point on the savannah made of rocks, and what's known to live here are lions. So I wonder if we can see any. Oh, I found the white rhinos, though. We're going to make a turn over here. We can see the white rhinos kind of standing up. White rhinos are a lot larger than black rhinos. Their African name is white rhinos, meaning wide, which means that they are wider than the black, and their front lip is rather wide. It's wonderful for them because they can eat the grass a lot better, quicker, too.
Wow, yeah.
Up on the Kopi, you can see the male lion. Baby lions are called Simbas. Oh, where'd you go? Put your head back up. We got some paparazzi back here. Lions are inactive for 20 hours out of the day, which means 4 hours they actually do something. Wilson wants that job, though. He doesn't want to do much except for 4 hours out of the day. Contrary to belief, female lions do majority of the hunting as opposed to the male. The males stay home protecting the cubs, the pride, the food supply, as well as for the home itself.